Are you broke and struggling financially? You're not alone. This is common, but there may be a reason. Don't worry about it. We're going to be talking about the common traps that can lead to financial struggles and how you can avoid them. We'll be drawing on the wisdom of Charlie Munger, a legendary business partner of Warren Buffett. Number 1. You have zero financial knowledge. Our education has never covered even the most fundamental aspects of financial sustainability. When it comes to dealing with debts or investing money, most people are completely uneducated. Sadly, they never make an effort to teach themselves or educate themselves on the subject. Number 2. You don't have clear financial goals. Every decision about money starts with a set of financial goals. Without a plan, it's hard to make more money, pay off debt, or work less. Setting financial objectives helps you make decisions that will help you reach them. For example, you can make a plan with the goal of being debt-free in 3 years. How about doubling your income next year? How can you start achieving it today? First, set a financial goal and a deadline if you don't want to be broke. If you want to save $10,000, buy a new car with cash, or buy a house, you need to do so before a certain date. Number 3. You slave your life away for a paycheck. Working for someone else will never make you rich. People who make a lot of money on commission or who are able to use a large company's many assets to their advantage are the only ones who can be considered an exception to this rule. If you already have a job, the time to start your own business is when you have some spare time on your hands. Number 4. You have expensive habits. People who aren't rich can also have expensive habits. One thing that stops you from getting ahead is that you have a lot of expensive habits. One expensive habit that costs more money than most people realize is smoking. If a person smokes 1 pack of cigarettes every day and each pack costs $7, that's more than $200 per month. Now, how many smokers would say they don't have enough money to invest $200 a month in their future because they can't afford it? Eating out is often another expensive habit. This is more than just going out for a bite a few times a month. This means you eat out often, sometimes more than you eat at home. People don't think twice about spending $50 on a meal out, but then they say they don't have any money. $50 here and there isn't a big deal, but if you're living paycheck to paycheck, avoiding an expense like this 2, 3, or 4 times a week can make a difference. Number 5. You don't prepare for emergencies. Since 1/3 of people don't have $400 on hand in case of an emergency, this can be a clear problem. Unexpected costs happen often, and $400 isn't a lot of money when it comes to these kinds of costs. The average amount it costs to fix a car is between $500 and $600. If you don't find a way to save money for unexpected expenses, you're asking for trouble. What if you get fired? What if you need to work on your teeth? When you aren't ready for a common $400 unexpected cost, you'll have to find other ways to pay for it, like going into credit card debt. Then it will not only be hard to save money for an emergency, but it will also be hard to pay off your debt when the interest rates are so high. Number 6. You don't budget. Lack of budgeting keeps you broke. It's hard to determine how much you spend on different categories without recording your income and expenses. If you've ever received a paycheck, made a few purchases, and then wondered where all the money went, you'll understand why this is so crucial. Budgeting might be uncomfortable since you have to list all your income and expenses on a spreadsheet. This can be powerful for anyone attempting to take control of their finances. Number 7. You spend money to impress people. Most people spend money they don't have on things they don't need to show off to people they don't like. He goes on to say that trying to impress other people will put you in debt faster than anything else. Even though this sounds silly, people often think and act this way, and it happens all the time. People often buy things to show off because they think that if they look wealthy, other people will be jealous and impressed by them. The thing is, if you spend a lot of money to look good, you might feel happy at first, but that happiness won't last. That purchase can cost you in the long run, even after you've forgotten what you thought of those people at first. This is a battle that can't be won, and the financial loss for a false sense of satisfaction is usually not worth it. Number 8. You have bad habits. We've all heard you are what you eat, but that applies to money too. It's one thing to drink, smoke, and eat Taco Bell, but what about those other things that drain your bank account without providing any entertainment? Bad habits like these are depressing, so it's no wonder some individuals are broke by December. Stop financing harmful behaviors. Smoking, drinking, and narcotics erode wealth, so don't take care of yourself physically and emotionally by getting enough rest and nourishment. There are various ways to gain money without giving up such vices. Number 9. You spend before you save. Most people don't have enough money because they spend it before they save it. The average person takes their income, subtracts their monthly bills, and then saves and gives away whatever is left over. The problem is that this makes it more important to spend than to save. This is a surefire way to have a boring savings account and make little progress with money. So, if you want to make a good budget and avoid the mistakes that most broke people make, you should do the opposite of what most broke people do. Don't spend it first. Instead, give and save. To put it simply, give money away first, save money second, and then live off what's left. Number 10. You have bad debt. Two kinds of debt exist. Like a mortgage on a rental property, good debt helps you make money. Second, bad debt is what most people think of. These include cars, clothes, vacations, and most things you buy with a credit card. Bad debt costs money instead of making money, and the value of the products goes down. Debt also lets people buy things they can't afford. When someone can't afford a new car, they get a loan to pay for it. Interest is paid to the lender. The car is going down in value quickly and was out of their price range, so they can't buy it. Rich people earn interest, while poor people pay it. Number 11. You are not earning enough money. If you're in this situation, it can be tough to see a way out. But there are steps you can take to improve your financial situation. For example, you can try to negotiate a higher salary at your current job, or you can look for ways to increase your income through side hustles or freelance work. You can also try to increase your skills and knowledge in order to become more valuable in the job market. You are considerably less inclined to invest if you have to make the decision on your own. People are broke because they consistently make bad judgments with their money. The good news is that everyone can make enough progress to feel safe. Subscribe and become wealthy.